What's up, guys? This is my friend Gregory. He's a good friend of mine, and you guys treat him with respect. But I I feel a bit weird because there was an incident today. Right before right after actually, I shopped for some food or bought some food. And there was an old lady on the ground, old, with her husband. Me and two other people tried to help, and though he wasn't, he didn't want to get help. He said no to an ambulance. He said no, and she as well. I think to all that help, we really pushed it to like we really want you to do to get checked up, and they just if it's a concussion, then we can't really do, or the doctor can't do anything about it. Um, and rather than just rest, so I'm just gonna put her to bed and she's gonna rest. He said, and I got so angry at him. I got so pissed because you don't know that. You don't know if she has anything bruised, broken, whatever. In the moment, that it's difficult to know. And like, yeah, I just got very irritated by him. Um, but it's his choice, I guess, and hers. But that was something that just quite it was quite weird. I was kind of annoyed, and it was also like a very beautiful moment. It's like two or three times now when this has happened, where I've sort of not been involved, but tried to help and such like that. But I'm not the only one. So you get a sort of like a it's like a warm hug when the whole thing is finished. People are okay, hopefully, I suppose, and you just know that and realize that there's a lot of people that want to do good and are there for you and want to uh, make sure that how do I say this, that your life has value as many of us. And that is also sort of like how sort of thinking about stuff sometimes, that his and hers pain is my pain and yours pain. And that's true if you look at it right. Because I think because the pain that you feel when you break something and stuff like that, it's the same pain that they're gonna feel. And you can make an argument that people feel things differently, just sure, but people feel it's yeah, in the if you're gonna go to the micro whatever, but it's called, I suppose, empathy. I'm not sure. I don't really want to gas myself too much here, but or I don't really know, but it's the sort of trait and the and being able to look see yourself in their shoes, right? And that's quite powerful and it's quite useful. I would encourage everybody to do that and try to sort of have that, because it makes it a lot easier to appreciate, but also help and stuff like that. We I feel like we live in a world where we're so used to watching things on the phone that when it actually happens in front of us, all we do is watch. We just we don't necessarily like the thing. I can't really. I didn't arrive when it happened, but there was a couple of people just standing there, um, and then that was right before it had happened, and I don't really know if they went up to them and stuff like that, but I just stood there in like a in a distance where it's like okay they're there, they're wondering what happens, but they just stood there. They didn't do anything, but maybe they did, maybe they did not. But when I was there, they didn't, and there were two other people with me that helped or tried to help. I didn't do too much because they just refused help, and it was just yeah, it was just not nice to see and hear. It was very I was more disappointed, but also like at the same time you have to understand their reaction, and rather than being angry at that person, you also have to sort of try to understand what's wrong. Yeah, it's a stressful situation. It's not a easy situation for him or her, um, and people tend to feel embarrassed by the fact that that happened, right? So yeah, no, it was a weird one. I will call this title a weird incident. I hope she's all right. I suppose so. They talked about it and sort of mentioned it like they've experienced this before, uh, and they've said they I think they did say that it's happened before. She's basically near a very not too long ago did surgery for cancer, and this has happened. But I didn't hear too much of what he said. But yeah, being able to step into somebody's shoes, it's a different one when it's an old person, of course, but they were quite old. But being able to, yeah, it's just a lot easier to understand things. Um, and understanding is not the same as agreeing, right? There's so many fine lines out there. Goddamn. But yeah, it was a weird incident. That was mainly what I was going to talk about today. But also, I think the title now I think the title will be just talking because it's just me talking really. But it wasn't a weird incident. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, I've been kind of split when it comes. I'm changing topic now. Sort of, what I should post. Yeah, it's very like a steep. This happened, and we're going to talk about posting. I really want to. It's a lot easier for me to post and be sort of motivated by that when I'm doing like you say acting, but doing stuff like that. And so I want to do that, but at the same time, I'm also a bit scared to reactions, of course. Not necessarily scared, but you're sort of kind of worried because the YouTube channel has been a bit like fitness, but also mental health, and I want to make more videos about mental health, um, because I think it's yeah, I don't know if it's been talked about enough. Perhaps it has, but I don't feel like it. So yeah, no, we'll see. So oh yeah, yeah, it's just that weird incident. That was weird, man. That was very weird. But yeah, currently laying in my bed, by the way, and it's quite nice to have like the camera there and just talk like relaxing here, because then I get to like sort of relax at the same time talk, and then I'm going to. What should we do? I finished my workout. I mean, school is essential, Done 10,000 steps today, so that's wonderful already. And it's midday. I want to do some, or have to, and want to do some school, and then guitar, and then yeah, yeah, going to eat in between. I bought there was 3 for 2 on smoked salmon, so yeah, uh, yeah, uh, yeah. What should I do? No, I think guitar because I really want to play a song or get being able to play that song. So I think I'll do that. Perhaps, yeah. I mean, the neighbors are gonna hate me, so yeah. But I think that will be it. I have 11 minutes. Holy moly! And I've been using this camera on and off because of the availability and just me being lazy. So more of that. Gonna make that. And yeah. No. Yeah. No. So I hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best. As always, have a laugh, have a smile, be kind and exercise and stuff. Yeah, that's my personality right there. And yeah, have a smile, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.